This is Rick from Panera, and we have a few questions to ask him. What is one question that you always ask at an interview?
One question we always ask is for somebody to name their best quality and their worst quality, like, about them.
Okay. Another question, what is one thing that immediately makes you dismiss a candidate?
We always ask them if they can follow our dress code policies, and if they can't, they're obviously not hired.
Okay. And what is one piece of advice that you would give to future interviewers?
Be confident and ask, like, not personal questions, but, like, direct questions.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is Dr. Edwin Klein. He's a veterinarian at the University of Pittsburgh, and he works in the field of pathology. And today we're going to ask him a few questions about the interviewing process. So our first question is, what is one question that you always ask during an interview?
I always want to make sure that the individual who I'm interviewing is motivated to work and is a good match for the position that's available.
Okay. What is one thing that immediately makes you dismiss a candidate?
I would say it would be a general lack of interest in the field, a general lack of interest in what's going on, a non-receptivity towards, discussing the position and what it entails, and just the fact that they don't seem to be connecting or don't seem to be interested.
Okay. And what is one piece of advice that you would give to future interviewers?
I think in general, the style of interviewing that can be very productive is what's referred to as behaviorally based interviewing. So instead of just going over facts and information that's already on the candidate's CV or biosketch, I think it's important to put them in circumstances where they're forced to relate experiences they've had. So, for example, if you're interviewing someone for a service position, you might want to say, tell me about an experience that you had with a difficult customer and how you handled that. Or discuss with me what you would do if, and then postulate something that could happen. And that way it gives you an idea of the depth of experience of the individual, and it also gives you an idea of how well they're going to think on their feet and be able to accommodate rather than just kind of spit back, rote information. So I think the behavioral-based interviewing style is certainly a very productive one for many positions.
All right, well, thank you. There you have it.
You're welcome.
Interview from Dr. Edwin Klein.
My pleasure.
Overall, it seemed to us that there are quite a few different traits that you have to pay attention to when going to a job interview. It seems like both private and public companies are concerned about your behavior and interest in the company. Overall, it seems like companies are very concerned about your overall interest in the company and knowledge base of what you're going to be doing. It seemed that there is a broad spectrum of things that they expect from you. Some are more concerned about your appearance and your overall fact-based knowledge of the company, and others are more concerned about you being able to think on your feet and be alert and able to adapt to situations.
One thing that surprised us with our interview was when at Panera he said that one thing that was very important that he would dismiss a candidate was their dress code. We did not realize how important it was to make sure that your appearance is right for the job.